It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood ran from 1968 all the way to 2001, becoming one of the most beloved and quietly revolutionary children's programs in television history. Across more than 900 episodes, Fred Rogers used puppets, songs, trolleys, and gentle honesty to connect with millions of viewers. But behind that calm exterior were some truly strange, surprising, and little-known stories. Here are 10 weird facts you may not know. And did you know that Mr. Rogers once sued rapper Ice Cube? Stay for the bonus and get the scoop.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hi, neighbor. Are you having a nice day? I am.
I think we were excessively cruel.
Most of the people that I know like fun just as much as you do.
Yeah.
Number 1. The permanently yellow stoplight was a hidden message. In every opening sequence, the stoplight is frozen on yellow. And that was completely intentional. Fred Rogers wanted it to serve as a gentle reminder for both kids and adults to pause, breathe, and slow their pace. He believed modern life rushed children far too quickly. Crew members said Rogers insisted on the detail even when sets were updated, calling it a message without a speech.
You know, I don't think I'll go to seminary right away. I think maybe I'll go into television. And they said, but you've never even seen it.
Number 2. Rogers used a small plastic pool to make a big civil rights statement. When civil rights and segregation were national flashpoints, Fred Rogers didn't preach about tolerance. Instead, he staged a quiet visual message. In a now famous scene, he invited his friend Francois Clemens, who played Officer Clemens and was one of the first recurring black characters on children's television, to soak his feet with him in a tiny backyard wading pool. At the time, many public pools in America were still segregated, and the simple act of 2 men, 1 white, 1 black, sharing cool water carried a deliberate, symbolic weight.
I would be very happy to be on your program, as long as it doesn't interfere with my singing. And he teased me about that. He also told me, he said, that was the moment I loved you, because you were not going to kiss my ass. Those are Mr. Rogers' words.
Number 3. Koko, the gorilla, was one of Mr. Rogers' most devoted fans. It wasn't just children and parents who adored Mr. Rogers. Koko the gorilla, famous for her sign language abilities, was one of his most unexpected fans. The Stanford-researched gorilla reportedly watched Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood regularly and reacted with calm excitement whenever his familiar voice appeared. When Rogers finally visited her in person, Koko immediately embraced him in a long, gentle hug. Then, in a moment that stunned the researchers, she carefully removed his shoes, in a ritual she had seen him perform countless times on television.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh.
Thank you, Koko.
Number 4. Lady Elaine Fairchild was modeled after a real woman. Rogers said she was partly inspired by a strong-willed woman from his childhood who alternately intimidated and fascinated him, someone unafraid to say what adults often kept inside.
Hello, friends. My name's Lady Elaine Fairchild.
But the character's name had a far more personal origin. She was named after Rogers' adopted sister, Elaine Rogers Crozier. Lady Elaine became the puppet who could push boundaries, ask uncomfortable questions, and challenge King Friday, allowing Rogers to explore ideas he felt were important but difficult to express directly.
In the beginning, she was a witch.
I heard that. Here's a squirt.
What can I say?
Number 5. King Friday was intentionally created to be a jerk. Rogers invented King Friday after what he called a wave of negativism in the early 1960s. He wanted a character who embodied pettiness, stubbornness, and childish authoritarianism.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen?
King Friday's unreasonable demands allowed the show to gently model conflict resolution. Rogers joked that King Friday was every adult having a bad day.
You know, I think that people long to be in touch with honesty, and I think that people sense that we want to be honest.
Number 6. Rogers hated the idea of children's commercials. When sponsors asked him to endorse products, he flatly refused, even when the money could have doubled the budget. He testified in Congress that commercials manipulate a child's feelings. His stance stayed firm even during financial struggles. He said, "Children are not for sale."
He will be a great consumer someday. Listen, the quicker we can get them to go out and buy, the better.
Number 7. Daniel Striped Tiger was Fred Rogers' most personal puppet. Daniel represented Rogers' inner vulnerability and insecurity. This is why Daniel's voice was closest to Rogers' natural speaking tone. Several cast members said Daniel was Fred's soul in puppet form. Rogers admitted Daniel asked the questions he was too shy to ask as a child.
He did all the voices, but I think Daniel was the real Fred.
Number 8. Mr. McFeely spoke fast because Rogers thought it was funny. Rogers loved the contrast between his own slow speech and Mr. McFeely's rapid-fire delivery. He believed children found the difference amusing and attention-grabbing. Actor David Newell had to rehearse lines repeatedly to maintain the pace. Rogers told him, "You are the only fast thing allowed in the neighborhood."
And then he said, "Oh, I know you've done some acting. I'd like you to play the character of the delivery man." So I became Mr. McFeely on the spot.
Number 9. Rogers' cardigans were knitted by his mother until her death. Every sweater he wore on the show was hand-knit by his mother, Nancy Rogers. She made them in batches, gifting him new ones each Christmas. After she passed, the show had to carefully rotate the remaining originals. Rogers refused to replace them with replicas, calling them expressions of love.
I heard a story that your mother knit some of your sweaters.
She used to make them all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And she would make a sweater every month, and then at Christmas time give all 12 of us one.
Number 10. Rogers maintained a mysterious 143-pound weight for decades. Fred Rogers was remarkably consistent in his daily habits, even down to his exact weight. For decades, he remained at precisely 143 pounds, a number he embraced as a personal mantra. He believed it symbolized "I love you," since the numbers broke down into one letter for I, 4 for love, and 3 for you. Rogers said the number made him feel grounded and purposeful, and he took its consistency as a sign that he was living the life he intended.
One day Fred brought his camera, and we went behind the set, took a picture of my butt, and put his camera back. He said to somebody, "Did you give Nick his present?" And it was a poster of that picture of me and my butt.
Now for a bonus. Ice Cube once got sued by Mr. Rogers over a hip-hop track. In the early 90s, Ice Cube revealed that Mr. Rogers actually sued him for using the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood theme song in his track, A Gangsta's Fairy Tale. The snippet of "It's a Wonderful Day in the Neighborhood" was enough for Rogers to demand compensation, and Cube said the host was collecting about 5 cents per album until the sample was removed. Cube later laughed that getting sued by Fred Rogers was one of the strangest feuds of his career.
It's a trip because off this song, Mr. Rogers sued us. We took that off. That's just a fun fact, you know. Mr. Rogers was getting money off gangster rap.